not because of its greatness. Or Abdullah is going to spend this blessed night in prostration before his master, begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his mercy and forgiveness. This is not Abdullah's intention. Abdullah has been waiting for a Friday evening. He's been waiting for this night because this is the night in which Abdullah is going to break the teachings of Allah and his Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the night in which Abdullah, he's going to go against the sunnah and the practice of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the night in which Abdullah is going to acquire the displeasure of the Almighty Allah. This is the night in which the curse of Allah is going to descend on Abdullah. This is the night in which Abdullah, he's been working hard all week. This is the night in which Abdullah is going to spend his hard-earned halal earnings. He's going to spend them the haram way. Tonight's the night in which Abdullah, he's going to sin. He's going to fornicate with his eyes by looking at haram. He's going to fornicate with his ears by listening to haram. He's going to fornicate with his mouth by speaking to haram. Tonight's the night in which Abdullah is going to chill and thrill. Tonight's the night in which Abdullah is going to flex and relax and going to pub and club. Tonight's the night in which Abdullah is going to purchase a spliff or two. Tonight's the night in which Abdullah is going to take a tablet or two. Ecstasy, call it whatever you like. Tonight's the night in which Abdullah is going to break the teachings of Allah and his Rasul. He comes back from work. It is 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. He rushes home. Picture this in your mind's eye, because many of you know people that I'm talking to. It is so possible that are many of us in this gathering that behave exactly like Abdullah. It is a Friday night. He comes back from work, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. He rushes home to take a bath. He takes a shower, and then he comes out of the shower and he takes out the clothes that he's reserved specially for a Friday night. And you know the clothes that I'm talking about. Those that look absolutely slick. He takes out these clothes and he stands before his large mirror and he puts on these clothes. The guy loves what he sees. He can see himself wearing these clothes. This is enough to send this guy to the 7th heaven. He takes out his comb and he flicks his hair. And now he jumps into his Subaru or his convertible. Call it whatever you like. He jumps into his GTI and he turns on the music. And now he's got Tupac. He's rocking the street. And Abdullah, he's sitting in that car. And the guy's moving. He goes and picks up his mates. Call him Zaid. Call him Bakr. Call him Shaq. Call him what you like. It might be Maj. It might be Zide. He picks these guys up. And you know what? They're all looking good. They're all dressed in the manner that Abdullah's dressed. And you know the gel that they've got on makes them look evil. You know, they're looking really good. They jump into the car. They make their way to Frontier. Call it Frontier. Call it the Ritz. Call it whatever you like. The nightclub is the ultimate destination. They're egging one another on. They reach the nightclub. It is about 8 o'clock in the evening. They reach the nightclub. They park up. They walk out the car. And you know what? It's the bad boy walk. The guys are walking the bad boy walk. And they're talking the bad boy talk. And you know what I'm on about. Because you've seen it. You've seen it happen. You know who I'm referring to. They're talking the bad boy walk. And they're walking the bad boy walk. And just as Abdullah says, outside the nightclub, there's a supplier or two. And just as Abdullah said, they find that the spliff is cheaper than a cigarette. The tablet, it doesn't even cost $1. It is so cheap. They purchase a tablet or two. And they get to this nightclub. And when they reach this nightclub, you know what? This nightclub is on fire. It is awesome. It is out of this world. This is the nightclub. It's got a DJ that's coming out with mixes from Planet Zog. This is how bad it is. Yeah? And he's coming out with his evil mixes. The lights are flashing, red, green, blue. And women are dancing. You can see the flesh. He's gone for the flesh. There's flesh everywhere. Women dancing everywhere. This place is alive and kicking. It's got his own buzz. Now Abdullah, he wants his own buzz. He's purchased a tablet or two. And when he saw this place on fire, he takes out his tablet. And just as he said, he only purchased it for $1. And he takes this tablet and he puts it down his mouth. And as soon as he puts it down his mouth, a minute or so passes. And this Abdullah now is on the 7th heaven. And there is nothing that can bring Abdullah down. One tablet he's taken. He's in the nightclub. This tablet sends him to the 7th heaven. Little does this Abdullah, 18-year-old Abdullah know. Or 19-year-old Abdullah. Or is it Amina at 21 years of age? Allah knows best. Little does this Abdullah or this Amina know the consequence of this one tablet that he's just taken. The consequence of this one action. The consequence of this $1 that he spent the haram way. Little does Abdullah know the consequence of this one spliff. Let me share with you the consequence of this one spliff, of this one tablet. He's taken this tablet, but now all of a sudden, within a minute, something is happening inside Abdullah's body. Something he cannot see. Something he cannot hear. It is bigger than any revolution that has ever taken place. His iman is now beginning to choke. It is so sad that bichara poor Abdullah doesn't even know what iman is. He doesn't even know what the glory of iman is. He doesn't even know the consequence of this action. Let me share with you and let me remind you the hadith which Imam al-Tirmidhi has recorded on his Sunan on the authority of Abdullah ibn Amr. And that will explain to you the glory of iman and this gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon you. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ سَيُخَلِّصُ رَجُلٌ مِّنْ أُمَّتِي على رؤوس الخلائق يوم القيامة فينشر عليه 99 سجل كل سجل مثل مد البصر. See if you can picture this in your mind's eye, because you will be there and you will witness this, because you will be on the plane of resurrection. It is the day of judgment. The earth is a flat white plain. It will be the greatest congregation ever seen. There will be no hills. There will be no mountains. The earth will be a flat plain. And Allah will stretch it like rubber. And every human being that Allah has ever created will be on the plane of resurrection. Every woman that Allah has ever created will be on the plane of resurrection. You are all there. And you number zillions and zillions of human beings. And Allah, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Allah will take out one man from amongst my ummah, and he will come, and he will stand before the Lord of the Arsh and Kursi. لَيْسَ بَيْنَكَ وَبَيْنَ اللَّهِ hijab. There will be no barrier between you and the Almighty Allah. There will be no veil between you and the Almighty Allah. He will come, and he will stand direct before his master. And this man will have committed so much sin, that no human being will have ever committed sins like this. That Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself is saying, "Kullu sijillin misru maddil basar." It will have taken 99 registers to record the sins that this person has committed. Every sin that you can imagine, this guy has gone and done it. That it is taken 99 registers to record his sins. And every register is big as far as the eye can see. This is the person that is standing before the Almighty Allah, the Lord of the Arsh and Kursi, on the day of judgment. His registers will be placed next to him, and he will come before the Almighty Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask, أَظَلَمَكَ كَتَبَتِ الْحَافِظُونَ. Have a look at these registers. Is there anything in these registers that you have not done? It is so possible that my angels have wronged you, and they have mistaken and put something in your account that you have never done. He will say, La ya Rab. By Allah, everything that is inside this register, he will acknowledge his sins on that day. And you will all acknowledge your sins on that day. ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر لا يخفى على الله شيء. Because nothing can be concealed from the Almighty Allah.